What's up, guys? Concurrent Flame here with an unboxing of the Xbox One S. This is the white version, 500 gigabytes. It comes with Battlefield 1, got it for $249. It came with Fallout 4, and technically cost me $224, and then they charged me like $35 for Fallout 4 or something like that. Those aren't the exact numbers, but here it is. People said I should just get to the point, so that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. I have the defective iPhone battery and whatnot. So, alright, and something to note about the box, it's 500 gigabytes. It'll say right here at the bottom, or Geo, which is a measurement, which is the actual measurement. And they actually put the rating on the side of the box for the game inside, so I don't think they did that before. They might have, but from what I've seen, they didn't do that before. But they're also advertising a lot on the 4K. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know why. Give me a second. Hopefully I can fix this. Right, the background. The 4K, it can play 4K discs, unlike the PlayStation 4 Slim and the Pro. I have the Pro, by the way. I would recommend you don't buy it. It has horrible frame rate issues in games like Black Ops 3, and they haven't patched it. Just a heads up. I still will play my PlayStation more, though. And it does come with 1 month EA Access, so that's pretty interesting, because EA Access has some pretty decent games for $5.99, but... And they did include a high-speed HDMI cable. And they're also advertising the 360 backwards compatibility, which is good, because they probably paid a lot for it, considering what they've done and what games they've added. And in the bottom is just, it's actually green, unlike the rest of the box. So, we're just going to take it out. And it's already upside down. Alright, so it says Xbox One. This is actually pretty cool. I haven't seen one of these cards ever. Something new Microsoft's doing. Right, then again, I probably don't need to see this. Yeah, I don't know why the camera's so dark, by the way. This room's really bright. Might just be the window, which I'm trying to take out of the picture. There we go. So this is how you connect. Oh, you can connect to your TV. I thought they got rid of that. Not that they advertised it. Obviously batteries in the controller, how to turn on your console pair, and that's pretty useless. Now we have the console itself, or not. We actually have the Battlefield 1 code, which is in this big of a packaging by itself. Oh, it comes with also in the packaging. So here's the Battlefield 1 with the code on the back, which I'm not using. 1 month EA Access with the code on the back. That's actually scratchable. Then there's Xbox Live, which I need, so I can't give you guys that, but this is what it looks like. It's in every language possible. Then the manual, the cheapest one of them all, the one that no one reads. And that's all the documentation out of the way. So let's actually get everything else out of the way. Here's the top. The new battery cable is flat. The old ones were not flat. Not that it really matters. And they're using this now, by the way. This is pretty innovative. I think power supply is included in the console. Yeah, it has to be. So this will actually connect to your PlayStation 4 and your other devices, I believe. You probably shouldn't do that because technically there's different cable ratings, but I don't think it matters in the end. I personally wouldn't care, but here it is. It's nicer than the PlayStation cable just because the mat have the HDMI 4K supported cable. Microsoft always makes good HDMI cables. This one's not glossy anymore, so it doesn't get all scratched up, but the glossy one also looked fine. But pretty much the only difference, if you want to see the pins, you'll notice that HDMI 1.4 has holes right here and at the top, unlike other old HDMI 1.3 Hopefully I'm saying the right versions of HDMI. Then we have the white controller, and I believe this has the aux port, which is mainly, believe it or not, a big feature of the controller, which it should have shipped with. Oh, and it comes with batteries. Ooh, it feels really light. It might just be because the batteries are outside. Also, okay, this feels different than the last controller I held. And my camera's definitely different. Okay, so these buttons look bigger. They also look more cheap and fake. In fact, I think these 3 bars are a little off alignment. They're a little too much to the right. However, buttons are easy to press. Thumbsticks, I feel like they're the same. Yep, they're the exact same. D-pad is the same as the original Xbox One. Buttons are a little easier to press. Nothing major. Home button's really soft, and it has a white in the middle instead of a... I forgot what the other one was. Maybe it was white. I don't think so. Bumper's pretty easy. The triggers, they feel fine. Everything feels a little bit lighter. This bottom, this texturing definitely feels different. I think it's better that it has texturing, but usually Xbox doesn't do texturing on the bottom of their controllers. In fact, I don't remember what their last controller was that had texturing. It might not have even existed. So this is their first bottom textured controller, I believe. And I can't even show you because my camera is spazzing out from black to white to black. And it's still focusing on the background. It's fantastic. Come on. I obviously can't get it too close. Is that... Oh, okay, that's the camera, yeah. So if you could see that in the light right there, there is texturing on the bottom, and it definitely feels lighter. I feel like it feels lighter. And I should probably just slide the batteries in that comes with it, just to see. This controller is lighter. Oh, with the batteries, it feels normal. So, I'm going to take that back. But it's overall a pretty light controller. Especially if you're going to use a wired then. It's really light. So, let's get on to the actual console. Right. Make sure the camera focuses. And it's not focusing still. Okay. Some more light here. If I need it. Do I need it? Probably not. But it's definitely much smaller than the original Xbox. I think the ad makes it look a bit more smaller, but it's actually a realistic ad. So not sure about that. Get rid of the box. Alright. So, here we go. Tilt my camera the wrong way. Alright. Oh, it's actually well done. A lot of holes I see. Not that Xbox really needs ventilation. Alright. So, here we have the white Xbox One S. Some people wanted, well, it doesn't say S, it just says Xbox One on the box, so I don't know if it's really an S, but it's marketed as one. So we have a front USB port right here. It was on the side on the original console. This console's heavy, by the way. If only I would focus. There. Don't move the console. Yeah. There you go. Here's the eject button. It's manual. It's actually pretty hard to press. Then again, the console weighs a lot, so it shouldn't be moving back. You have the power button, which is also physical. It feels like we've stepped down because our touch sensitivity buttons were pretty garbage as not as human beings, but for Microsoft and Sony. I don't really like their touch button either. That was pretty bad. just like this tiny piece of plastic, although it worked, so I can't say anything. IR blasters now included. In fact, why don't they just slap a mic in here and make the Kinect compatibility, but let's not talk about that. Here's the sync for controllers, or never mind, just controllers. You have this side, there's nothing, just ventilation. Backside, you have apparently something. You have, this is where you plug in your power. You have the warnings, which is actually really cleverly written right here, with the glossy ink. You have HDMI out, so this goes to your TV. HDMI in, which comes from your DirecTV, Dish, whatever, AT&T, Uverse, Comcast, whatever you have. You have super speed, super speed in the back, so you can connect your external hard drives via USB 3.0. Then you have two of these, so you could connect anything here. It'll work as fast as the USB 3.1 standard is. I think, no, maybe not 0.1. You could have IR blasters, so you put those, you get like the IR blaster, you could get like a three IR blasters and have them on one cable, make sure they're on one cable. You can't really do junction separate cables. And you could, if you point them at your receiver, put it right on their receiver, their receiver, not transmitter, that's what I mean, of their IR blaster, of yeah, the IR blaster in front of the receiver. You'll notice you can actually control your TV with that and everything without a Kinect. Kinect uses white walls and all that magic. You have optical audio, and then you have LAN, Ethernet, and you have my serial number. Go ahead and use it. And you have more ventilation. And the key part at the bottom is, oh yeah, and inside the console, I believe there's a Master Chief, like sort of kind of Easter egg, I guess, in real life. Doesn't really happen. And there's a little Spartan in there. Pretty cool. You have these are the rubber grommets that are upholding your console, so they're pretty much at the size of the whole console. So if you want to be particular on your placement, you should note that they're on the very, 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 very edge, if you notice right there. So you can't really balance this thing without having to put your own rubber stoppers on there. There's not a lot. The PS4 Pro has, well, it's a Pro, so it's a different console tier, but it has like it has 9, I believe, 9 or 12 on there. And they wrote Xbox One model 1681, and it says, "Hello from Seattle." I believe, what was Microsoft's motto? Like, Apple's is one infinite loop, and then like Microsoft's was like on the back of their controllers. Actually, I have a controller right here. Let me see. It's like one infinite way. No, it's Hello from Seattle now. They changed it. It was like, it was something weird. It was like something pretty much knockoff of Apple. It was like not like one infinite way. Yeah, something like that. But they put Hello from Seattle now on, which I don't really know how to respond to. I guess it's unique. Works. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I'd recommend, if you buy the 500GB version, that you buy an external hard drive, and that you should be careful when buying used consoles, because when I bought mine used, the hard drive was pretty significantly slow compared to my original Xbox One, so that's something worth noting. And external hard drives, I would go with probably something that's at least a terabyte, because a lot of that data is not going to be usable. Like, I don't know how much. It's base 8, I guess, do the math. But thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, like it, and subscribe if you want to.